the light on, guys. Right, good morning everybody. My name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you like my videos, please press that like button. Please do subscribe. Good morning. I just attempted to, well, I have watered my plants. I'll show you. Here's my plants. Right, here they are. Just been watering them. Grew these from scratch. Grew those from seeds. A lot of these plants are from Mr. Flower down Rochester High Street. And there's my windmills there. And the petunias. And they're still flowering. Yeah, I've been a bit depressed lately. I'm trying to cheer myself up, and locking yourself away indoors is not going to make you feel happy, is it? No, it's going to make you feel worse. That car's got his headlights on. So, just been outside to water my plants, and the neighbour next door, the woman next door, I was outside with my watering can, nothing else, just my watering can, and the neighbour pushed the door back, pushed it back, and it was almost as soon as I'd opened my door, picked up my watering can and made me jump. The door went back, so you just saw an arm and the door fling back. As soon as I opened my balcony door, it just shook me up a bit. So I'm trying to force myself to, go outside, be happy, things are going to be okay, and that made me jump out my skin, right? So, good morning everybody. It's Monday morning, and where my neighbour's car was, there was a white, he's gone to work early. He gets up early in the morning, about 5, and he goes off to work. So where his car was parked, a black guy with a grey beard parked a white, it looked like a Ford car, I don't know if it was, but a white car, similar to my neighbour's upstairs, was parked opposite the flats with a black man and a grey beard as the driver. I got a message off of Facebook from a guy from Tunisia this morning. I did. I don't own a car. I never have. I probably never will either. Because I can't drive. So you know something suspicious is going on immediately as you get up. You do. It's like, oh, I open the door. The neighbour next door opens the door almost the same time as I do. It's creepy. It feels creepy. So I've got no real plans for today. I'm just taking today as it comes. I've been feeling really quite depressed and down for a couple of days, but I'm going to try and get rid of that. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning, and happy birthday to Anthony L. Ray, aka Sir Mix-a-Lot. best known for liking big butts and not lying about it.
Alexa, what's the time, please?
Good morning, Crystal. It's 8:09 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Monday, the 12th of August.
Alexa, what's the weather outlook?
Right now in Rochester, it's 22 degrees Celsius with mostly cloudy skies. Today's forecast has lots of sun, with a high of 32 degrees and a low of 14 degrees. Would you like to create a routine where I tell you the weather every week on Monday, Wednesday and Thursday at 8:30 a.m.?
Yes.
Okay, I've created the routine for you. You can edit any time in the Alexa app.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke? Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
What's a pirate's favorite kind of seafood? Pieces of skate.
And Alexa, whose birthday is it today?
Today's famous birthdays include British songwriter, guitarist, and record producer Mark Knopfler, American actor Casey Affleck, Hungarian-American business magnate, investor and philanthropist George Soros, American tennis player Pete Sampras, and English fashion model, actress, singer and socialite Cara Delevingne.
Does anybody remember Pete Sampras? Because I do, tennis player. Alexa, how old is Pete Sampras?
Pete Sampras is 53 years old.
Alexa, who is Pete Sampras?
Petros Sampras, best known as Pete Sampras, is an American former world #1 tennis player. His professional career began in 1988 and ended at the 2002 US Open, which he won, defeating his longtime rival Andre Agassi in the final.
Who remembers Andre Agassi? Alexa, how old is Andre Agassi?
Andre Agassi is 54 years old.
Roughly those two tennis players are the same age as me. And I remember both of them, Andre Agassi and Pete Sampras. I just love tennis, I do. But I remember the old tennis and the old great players like John McEnroe and Bjorn Borg. Because I'm in my 50s, so I remember these guys. Wonderful tennis players, and tennis was tennis back then. You know, the old Robinson bottles were big, and tennis was tennis. Well, it was for me. As you get older, you know, tennis isn't the same for me, nor is Formula One. I watch it, but you can't. For me, you couldn't beat the 80s, 90s, and the early 2000s. To me, I'm an older person, and younger people obviously going to feel different. But the world's gone down the pan to me. Everything's shrinking, and you can find that funny, but it is. Everything's getting smaller. Everything is. Right down to teddy bears and things like that, and everything is a waste of money. It's not worth it. It's cheap and it's tacky. Paper bags replacing plastic bags and they fall apart. Plastic bags that are so thin you put two things in it and it falls right through the bottom of the bag, which is a waste of money. Yeah, I do wish things would get bigger, but they don't. They get smaller, don't they? So yeah, good morning. Last night I took Max for a walk on the field. I hadn't been taking him out in the afternoon for obvious reasons. Between 12 and 3 the midday sun is at its highest, and that's when you can get heat stroke, and he's a tiny little dog, and I care about my dog, and there's no need to walk a dog in that extreme heat, so that's why I haven't been going out. Yes, I have also been feeling depressed and down in the dumps. because I haven't really seen anybody or spoken to anybody, and you're stuck in your little bubble by yourself, and it does get monotonous, it gets boring, it gets like, I'm stuck here, and it's like you're a goldfish, just watching everybody else while you're sat there not really being able to go anywhere or do anything. When I was in Gloucestershire, someone said to me, "You're like a canary in a cage." So it went up there as well. Someone trying to control me, keep me, so they could just, I don't know what they're doing. But when you make someone feel awful about themselves and you continue to bully and harass, they're going to stay indoors, aren't they? They're not going to want to go outside and participate or see what's going on because you've made them feel shit about themselves. So, also, I took a phone call last night and I took it quite late. And the neighbours were up because you could hear them. Now I was taking this call and I wasn't talking loudly, I was sat on my sofa, and you could hear the noise getting louder and louder, right? So every time I speak to somebody, whether it's my mother or a member of my family, or I start talking or I start going outside on my balcony, it's like the neighbours get active. And I don't know them to speak to, not to have a conversation with. I don't know them. I keep myself to myself. So I don't interfere in their business, and neither should they be interfering in mine. But it gets all active, and it did at my other address as well. I would be up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and the old lady downstairs would be near her front door listening. She'd be near the front door. And the old lady downstairs used to talk to herself and swear as well. So why? I was up until 12 midnight. I went to bed, gone 12 midnight, and you could hear neighbours pottering about, like near my wall. What is it? Why can't I speak to anybody? I find it weird. It's crazy. And when I'm talking on the phone indoors, I'm not loud. I'm not, because you respect this late at night, right? So what was all that last night? Bang, 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 potter, 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 going in and out of the door. Every time I'll be outside and I'll be on my phone, right? And that's when that lady downstairs, she came out to me and virtually told me off for restraining my dog. And they've got dog shit that they don't clear up. They've got dog poo they don't clear up. They don't clear up the dog shit. So yesterday their dogs were running around with dog poo all over the floor. And that is a person that came out to me and told me off for restraining my dog. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. You just don't believe it. You don't believe it. So, good morning everybody. Good morning, and I'm going to be me, and I'm going to do what I want to do, and I'm not going to be forced to stay indoors because of, I don't know what it is. I honestly don't know what it is. It needs someone to come and live with me for a while and actually see what these people do. And I'm not being funny. When I was married, the next door neighbour kept coming out to my ex-husband when he was coming home from work, and she would chat to him for half an hour near the doorstep, and he would be tired and he'd be polite and talk to the next door neighbour for half an hour, but then he would be tired and wouldn't be able to speak to me, and he'd want to like lie down or go to bed. And also the neighbours next door used to hang their heads out of the window while I was playing with my kids in the garden. She'd be out there with her hairnet on and her fag and start shouting to my children out of the window when I was trying to talk to them and play with them. Also, she had 3 Yorkshire Terriers. Next door to me in Gloucestershire, she had 3 Yorkshire Terriers. One of them had 3 legs. And my baby had sleeping problems. And when I got him to sleep, I was so glad to have some rest because he used to cry constantly from colic. So I would come down the road with my baby asleep in the pram, and a bit like what she's doing next door, the neighbour would see me coming down the road with my baby asleep in the pram, and then she'd let the dogs out and they'd start barking and they would wake my son up and he would start crying in the pram. So it's not just here. All I want to know is what the fuck is going on, who's instigating it, and wherever I move to and wherever I go, I get weird, odd neighbours. Weird, odd neighbours. That's not nice, is it? To wake a baby up while it's asleep in a pram. On purpose. There was no Instagram, there was no Facebook, there was no YouTube, there was nothing to be jealous of, so why are they doing it? Why? I'm running out of footage, but there's snobbery as well. Snobbery, like I'm not good enough to walk on their streets. Some of them, snobbery. I'm not good enough. Get back indoors. You shouldn't be walking on our streets. No, you're not good enough. There's snobbery going on as well. Snobs, some of them, snobbery. I'm not good enough to walk on their streets. No, I'm not good enough. Get back indoors, we don't want you down here. No, you're not good enough. But then, are they good enough to walk the streets? So, good morning everybody, and we'll see what happens today.